Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone's doing well. I don't know who this message is going to be for, but you may have been wondering, why are you here at this time? You may have been feeling a little bit discouraged or down in your spirit, but it's imperative that you don't feel that way, because Spirit wants you to know that you are here to set the record straight. And what I mean by that is you are here to teach a generation of people of the correct way of doing things. The earth is transitioning into a phase that I don't know how to explain it. If you study astrology, then you may understand what I'm trying to say. Reset. Thank you, Spirit. The earth is resetting itself. It's resetting itself back to a frequency that the Creator was intended for it to be on. And this is the time of the Great Awakening. We're here to set the record straight and show these upcoming generations how they are supposed to exist on this earthly realm. Okay? That is your mission, whoever this message resonates with. Everything that you have gone through has been training ground for what you are about to go through now, because you are about to dismantle a lot of things. You are about to help this matrix collapse. And the reason I say that is because you're going to help humanity break the code. You're going to help humanity understand how to reach the level of success that no one thought you could obtain. We were told that we had to finish high school, go to college, get a job, get married, and that's it. Like, you find joy in that. Not being real with yourself and just admitting that type of lifestyle is beginning to be overwhelming. It's not what you bargained for. It's not what you signed up for. And you are wondering, how am I going to get myself out of this situation without ruining my family members, without causing heartache and pain to the ones I love, for choosing myself? See, you choosing yourself over what society told you to do, or how to live, or how to be, it was very different for you. You went through some traumatizing things and experiences to reach this level of frequency that you are on. You understand that everything that you thought about this world was an illusion, but the way your third eye was open was through pain and trauma. Okay, you've gone through things and you thought just because this person was your mom or your dad or your husband or your wife or your sister or your brother, because you were family, that they would stick by your side in your time of need. And it didn't work out the way that you hoped, but it helped you to understand that that's true. We are all here to walk our own paths. it was trauma to you because you believed in that lifestyle that the government fed you. You believed in that lifestyle that religion told you. You followed that way. You walked that way. You walked in those shoes for a very long time until your third eye began to open and you began to see that that job was not getting you anywhere. You began to see through the illusions of this is not the way life is supposed to be. What I mean that it wasn't getting you anywhere. Yes, it may have been paying the bills. Yes, you may have been able to buy yourself an outfit or two. Yes, you may have $200 left in your bank account. But what's that really living for you? Or what's that existing? You are the type of individual that wanted better for yourselves. So you begin to stop being in denial about what you were seeing, and you realize that this is going to be a complete rat race for me if I continue to live this way. There has to be more to life than this. So you tapped in. You tapped in and you learned about yourself. You learned about spirituality. You learned about the way your ancestors did things before you got here. You unlearn and you relearn. And you have awakened into this beautiful creature, this beautiful being with a thirst and a zest for life, with a thirst and a zest for truth, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because you realize that the Creator did not create you just to live this way. You are so wise that you understand that there has to be so much more to life than what you see with your natural eyes. And because you allow yourself to heal through all these traumatic events that you faced, you went through pain and you went through healing. Everybody doesn't make it out of that. That's what that this new Scream movie was about. She made it through. She survived pain and she survived trauma, and she's healing her daughter from the pain and the trauma. She may have had to fight. She may have had to go through some things, but she did not allow those things to make her bitter. She was honest and she was truthful to her daughter. Sometimes you may have to do some things that you don't want to do. You didn't pretend that you were so perfect. You didn't pretend that, you weren't going to marry nobody that you really didn't love just so they can take care of you. You wasn't going to sleep your way to the top. You wasn't going to conjure up no rituals to summons up. Y'all know what these people be doing. We chose the path of righteousness. And very few of us chose this path. And you are here to walk this journey, to walk this walk. By showing them how to remain in the authority figure of who God said you were and not who man said you were. Regardless of what you own, regardless of what you drive, regardless of what you can afford, regardless of who would have you in their 9 to 5s, what did God say about you? See, you have taken back your sovereignty and you have taken back your birthright. And you are seeing yourself the way God sees you now. You have reclaimed your inheritance. You have reclaimed your birthright. People look at you and they say, oh, you think you up there. You think you better than everybody else. But where was everybody else when you was struggling your ass off? Where was everybody else when you was in a homeless shelter? Where was everybody else when you didn't have nobody to hang out with? When they weren't thinking about kicking it with you? So when God takes you there, don't allow these individuals to play on your top. Don't allow these individuals to make you feel some type of way, like, oh, you forgot about me, or, you know, you don't know me no more. We know how people do. Don't let nobody make you feel any kind of way for standing on what you know. You lived through this, and they saw you go through this. You saw through the illusion. You know yourself as royal now. You know who your mother and father in heaven is. And that's why you went through everything you went through. It wasn't to break you. It was to make you. It was to show you that you got to stand on your own 2 feet. It show you that you can't depend on nobody. It's a dog-eat-dog world out here. And it's us royal ones. We're built different. We're not out here in competition with nobody. We are happy for people that don't even give 2 flying freaks about if we live or die. We still want to see them make it. Because you got that God genes within you. Everybody don't carry that. But you, is something different about you. Your energy is speaking volumes. Your frequency is speaking volumes. And the way you carry yourself. You're going to go back and you're going to watch these videos. I'm speaking to you, girl, that's recording this video. You're going to look back from day 1 to this day. And you're going to realize that this really was a turning point for you. Because you realize who you were. You stopped letting people walk all over you and play in your face and play you like you was weak. They always expected to see that version of you. And now, you know, it is what it is. I want you to keep going. I want you to keep believing in your dreams, even though you don't see them right now. And it's not all about believing in them. It's about going after them. It's about putting your best foot forward. Apply yourself. Don't wear yourself out. Don't be in this lack mentality like you're going to want for something. Because you know the secret now. You carry the God genes, baby. You know you would never want for anything. I love you. Don't forget to see yourself as royal kings and queens. I will talk to you in my next video. Ciao.